can I bring you back to today?
Yeah.
In the COVID situation, because I'm sure many people who are listening to
Mm.
us today are parents, and many of them, um, they're at home, and the whole dynamic parenting is quite different, and there's stresses. I mean, we know there are stresses because of childcare, loss of jobs, people who in the family are sick. Um,
Yeah.
I don't know if this, what can you say to the audience about that situation? And obviously the whole mindfulness thing is tough to do when you're under a lot of stress.
It is. It's also the best time to do it.
Yes, exactly.
So it's the hardest, but if you can just shift out of that craziness for 10 seconds and take a step back and breathe for 10 seconds, you can regain a little bit of a perspective. But our lives have just been turned upside down. And the first thing I say to parents is, it's okay to feel uncertain. It's okay to be anxious. It's okay to not know. And it's okay to not do as well. We've been in these these routines, and those routines have been shattered. And maybe our response was, well, we got to get back into another routine. And routines are great. Routines are terrific to give us structure and help us move along. But um, it routines are generally built up over a period of time. We learn what works, and we change those routines as our kids are growing, and we get into a rhythm and a structure of our family lives. And then it crashes, and it's not easy to immediately get into a new routine. So I tell parents, give yourselves a break. Give yourselves a break. We know that you're doing the best. We know that you're trying to manage what you can manage, and take care of yourself. So there's a saying in the mindfulness community and whatnot, that you have to put your gas mask on first, right? And there's a reason why they say that in airplanes, right? You got to take care of yourself. And that means, if that means every evening you need to go for a walk and get out and about, try and make sure that you're doing that. Try and monitor your own health and well-being and sanity, I guess, in some way, and do those little things that are good for you, a long bath or a walk or something. And then recognize that we're in a very odd time, and recognize that kids, if you have children are very resilient. And if you are staying connected with them and showing, like the Strengthening Families 10 to 14, love and limits, not letting them get too out of hand, and showing them that you love them, your family's going to get through this. I also talk to parents about structuring in terms of what they're exposing their family and their kids to. As much as we might, as adults, want to turn on the television and understand what's happening, and get an intellectual understanding of COVID-19 and what's happening in our communities and in our world. Kids aren't interested in that. Most kids aren't interested in that, right? And they feel it through your experience. So if you can separate yourself from that, find a little bit of time if you need to tune into it, but don't have the television on in the background all the time, and try and focus in on the moment of being there with your kids. Play games, play board games, you know, do things and activities that bring you and your kids joy together, and maintain that connection. Share your emotions. If you have a family member who is sick or has been exposed, don't hide your emotions. Be forthright and use it as an opportunity to teach your kids about their emotions, and about how to manage their emotions and how to share their emotions. A lot of families have been devastated by this, and we can't hide that from the rest of our family members. And we have to be able to share the emotion and share the grieving, and participate in that with your children if they're grieving too, and help them understand that they can move through that process too.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Doug. I think that's very helpful advice. Maria?
Absolutely. I guess we've got a lot from you, Doug, and we thank you for being with us today. And I'm really excited because we're going to have a prevention talk about all these things, and that's going to be live. It's going to come soon.
Great.
And we'll plan for that. And thank you again for joining us. This has been great. Really, thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Thanks for having me. I know this was supposed to be about half the amount of time, but you just turn the switch on and I'll get going. And I love talking to the two of you. So it's just
we enjoy it. We enjoy you too. And I think this is great advice, and for our listeners, to the parents in the audience, I think it's going to be really important for them to hear.
And anybody who needs can contact me. So I'm on the website at University of Tennessee College of Social Work, and happy to correspond with anybody who needs.
Thanks again, Doug.
Thank you very much,
All
Doug.
right.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.